Bonjour! Hi! In this video, I want to share with you how you could reduce your Docker run command, something like this, to that. Let's get started. So I'm using recently a library called FFFmpeg. All links will be shared in the description, and it's a library that is very useful to manipulate videos. So my goal was to have a very simple way to manipulate videos to generate a preview as an animated GIF, and I want it very lightweight. So for example, if I run the command I was just sharing earlier, let's make it bigger so we could read it. So it's docker run, and then I mount that volume because I need to specify the file, and I'm calling my Docker container. So one parameter is the input file, so notinthesky.mp4, and -v, it's optional, that one, because I want to specify that the video is vertical. And if you notice, -v doesn't have any value. So that's also a thing that I learned because still new in learning stuff. So if I execute that command, I kept the verbose mod open, so you will see everything. Cool. And now it's generating my animated GIF here. It's very like it's animated GIF. It's small because I want it lightweight, and it's kind of speed up. So like it's all the settings I kind of prep. And a very interesting point is it's super light. So not even a meg for a 5-second animated GIF. So how I managed to do that instead of having the long command, it's quite simple when you know how to do it. Because I learned so many stuff, that's why I'm sharing it with you. Let's see how I did it. So we'll go back in Visual Studio Code. There it is. So that's the file, that's the repo, everything is there. It's available online, you will be able to see it. The Docker container is also available online, so feel free to have a look, try it by yourself. What we need to do is call a script as soon as the container is instantiated. So let's focus right now to the script, and I will show you just after how you can call that script when the container is created. Very interesting point is here I'm the shebang. It's not bash, it's sh, because I didn't know, but in alpine, so that's the image I will be based my image, there's no bash, it's dash, and there's a few little things that are different because of that. Here I'm just taking all the parameter. So, and a very important point now here is, like, you could see the I does have a column after and V doesn't. That's because V doesn't require any value. Otherwise it will be -v equal true. And I was like, that's kind of silly. So that's why doing that, now just setting -v means no value. So that was a thing I learned. I didn't know that, so that was pretty cool. So now if V is passed, I specify vertical equal true, and after that I will check here. If it was not set, then I set it to false, meaning like if you didn't pass it, it means it's horizontal. And the reason I'm doing that is because like I will change the scale of the video based on if it's horizontal or vertical. So that's kind of cool. Another important point, like I was mentioning in bash, so if you search online to like how to cut a string and parse it, because like I want to create the animated GIF using the same file name but not the same extension, so I will say, oh, I will parse it, slash it with the dot, and I will be able to have just the file name, change the extension, it will be easy. So if you search that online, you will see that you need to use IFS and then like this operator here, but if you try to do that in dash or in sh, it will fail, like because that thing here doesn't exist. It's not available in dash. So you could install bash, but then like your image view would be bigger. So that's why I'm using this here where I echo and like I cut with like D, and this D is for the delimiter, so I specify that's the dot, and I'm taking the first part, first field, so that will have the file name, and then I can change the file name. And after that I'm calling my different command line depending on if it's vertical or not. So FFmpeg, and I speed up the frame rate because, like I said, I want something quick. So I'll say, okay, you know what, like the input file, play it at 60 frames per second. So because everything that is before the input file will be for the input, and after that, see, did I change it here? Yeah, frame rate, I put 10 because now it's after, so the output will be 10 image by second. So the big difference here is here I'm changing the scale and I'm looping, so it's an animated GIF. 0 means it's infinite loop. What else? It's a 5-second time. So like all the FFmpeg documentation is excellent, so feel free to go there and the output will go there. So that's the script. That's cool. So like you could just have that and run it also locally if you want, but to run it locally you need to have FFmpeg installed, and I was like, oh, I would like to not have it installed, or I would like to be able to run it in Azure, you know, and that's another story. Like, can I run that in a Logic app or like in a Azure container instance? That would be cool, but that's not the video of today. So now what I want to share is that Docker file. How can you do that? How can you call and pass all the parameter, all the extra parameter of the docker run command to your script? Well, like I said, I'm starting from Alpine because Alpine is a Linux very tiny version. I'm specifying here a label just for fun. And now APK, that's the apt get. If you're used to Ubuntu, APK is the equivalent, so it's the file manager. And I'm installing FFmpeg. So now I have it. I'm copying my script because if I want to run it, I need to have it. So I'm copying it from the source folder to the root. Okay. And after that, I'm making sure that script is executable. So that's why I'm running that chmod +x. And then the magic thing is here, the entry point, I'm specifying my script. So that means that every time the docker run command will be execute, it will go and execute my script. And that's how you get a very simple docker run command. I hope you like it. Leave your comment if you have suggestions or questions. See you in the next one.